Hey everybody, today is October 24th, 2024, and today we're going to talk about the stock market and where I see the stock market headed for the month of November. And before we begin, please read the disclaimer and you can pause this video as you read it. Okay, so last time we left off roughly in late September, and I basically said that, based on the technicals, based on everything, based on, the Federal Reserve lowering interest rates and inflation coming down, I was bullish on the market, right? Everything's looking good. The whole AI trade is just accelerating even more. But I did say that on a technical basis, we do look a bit overbought, right? You can see we sort of have this bearish divergence where the stock market is going up, but the RSI is going down. We've had multiple green weekly candles in a row. We might close this week red, but like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. Monthly candle is even more bullish, right? Let's just get a cleaner chart. The the S&P 500, and it looks like we possibly will close 6 monthly green candles in a row, right? And usually in a healthy market, we're going to get some red months once in a while. That doesn't mean that the trend is going to change and go down now, but just something to think about. But so far, we've had a pretty nice ascension from the financial crisis low in early 2009, right? Barring any crashes like COVID or the 2022 correction when the interest rates spiked, right? But so just some minor headwinds on the technicals. See, the monthly chart is, just zoom in on that. The monthly chart is an overbought territory, so wouldn't be surprised if we do have a couple months where we pull back a little bit and reset our oscillators to more neutral territory, and that will give us more of a healthy rise up. Because you see sometimes when we move too far away from the moving averages, see how it tends to come down and retest these moving averages, right? Every once in a while, every couple of years, right? So we're kind of stretched at this point. This is still a bullish posture, but it's good to see it kind of flatline or maybe come down a little bit before we go up even higher, right? And that'll be more of a sustainable rise rather than something like we saw in 2021 where it ripped up high and then had a massive pullback to retest the moving averages before moving up higher, right? But overall, the stock market looks very bullish. And so let's look at the rates. So rates, again, inflation rate, CPI report, showing that we are consistently going down. Now it is 0.1% from our last report, right? But still, we're getting closer to that 2% target that the Fed wants, right? And the next report is going to be November 13th, and we'll definitely cover that on the next video. But yeah, so since we've had a peak at March of this year, we've basically been in a downtrend in the inflation, which is good. And the Fed has cut rates already, and there is people are thinking about whether they're going to cut rates in the next meeting or not. It's sort of like on the fence. Some people think they're not going to cut. Some people think they're going to cut, maybe like 25 basis points instead of 50 basis points that they cut last time. It's really going to depend on what are we going to see next time for the inflation report. And there's been some natural disasters in the East Coast, so that might affect supply constraints, which may affect at the inflation rate. There's still tension in the Middle East that might affect inflation, oil prices, stuff like that. But other than that, the stock market looks really good, right? Let's see this. Okay, so we're basically going to new all-time highs, and if you just look at the daily chart, again, healthy uptrend is when we come back and retest some of these moving averages, right? So just what I'm thinking about in November is that I think we're sort of overdue for a red month. So that might be in November or December. That is my prediction. And so I think we might flatline a little bit, maybe come down, retest the 50-day, which is a silver line, and then push up higher. Or maybe we'll just go up a little higher before we come down. But I think eventually we will come down either in November or December and retest one of these moving averages, right? Because that would be a healthy correction, or not a correction, a healthy pullback. But you can sort of see in the weekly and the monthly, we're starting to get a little bit getting kind of far away from these moving averages when, it's healthy to retest it once in a while, right? But ultimately, the most important thing is going to be what the Fed says, right? If inflation continues to move down, right, in our next report, that's going to be great. The closer we get to 2%, the more the Fed will continue to cut rates more, right? And the Fed wants to cut rates more because they're paying record amounts on the U.S. debt, right, for interest payments. I think this year is the first time in history our U.S. history where we've paid over $1 trillion in interest payments on the national debt, right, which is close to 36 trillion at this point. So if inflation goes down, they're able to lower rates. That will be great for the markets. There's going to be more risk on activity. People take more risks, push the market higher. And so overall, nothing really much to say in this video besides the fact that I am overall bullish. But again, a possible headwind is the fact that we've had multiple, at this point, probably going to close a 6 consecutive monthly green candle in a row, right? And we are seeing a couple of bearish divergences where the price is going up, but the RSI is going down, right? So weekly and on a monthly chart, right? So just something to think about. We are overbought again on the RSI on the monthly chart. So I wouldn't be surprised if November or December is a red month, and that'll be a healthy reset of the oscillators, and yeah, that'll be setting up for a very bullish 2025. So again, I'll update you next time as to where the CPI report is and what the Fed does, if they continue to lower rates or whether they're going to pause and keep it steady, and see what happens. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Appreciate all your support. Thank you again, and have a great day.